Hey everyone, this is John from Double Crit Fail. I just want to start off by thanking everyone who have watched my first two videos and also show my appreciation to the positive feedback I've received. It really makes me happy that a few people have said how much they've enjoyed the animations. Um, those take a long time, so when I hear that, that makes me feel as though all of that time and effort has been worth it, so thank you. This video is going to be of a slightly different format. It's a bit of an experiment. I plan to go back to the same format as previous videos, but in this one, I just wanted to give a quick DM tip while showing you a little behind the scenes footage of how I make my animations. This is artwork from the new Dark Alliance game that's coming out, so I hope you enjoy it. This video is going to include a tip of 5 magic words to improve your D&D game. These 5 magic words will make your players more engaged and make your job as a DM so much easier while improving your storytelling without any additional work on your part. This works well because very often in our games, players do something improbable. They either fail an easy check, or maybe they crit fumble, or maybe they succeed at an improbable roll you weren't expecting. And in any of those cases, you as the DM can get caught up in that moment and try to rationalize their failure or success as you narrate it and describe it. And sometimes it can be really difficult to think on your feet, but here's the secret. You don't have to do it. Instead, you can offload a bit of that mental work to your players in a way that they'll really enjoy. And that's where the 5 magic words come in, which are, what does that look like? Almost all of us are familiar with Critical Role, where Matt Mercer asks, "Tell me how you do it," when a player deals a killing blow, and this is very similar to that. Let your players narrate their successes and failures, because they can rationalize these moments much better than you can, because no one knows their characters better than they do. This is what makes tabletop RPGs different than any other game, is the fact that it's collaborative storytelling. Sometimes DMs feel like they have to describe every detail, when in reality, there are multiple creative minds around the table that can be used as an incredible tool. And you know what else this does is it allows your players to pick up the narrative reins and shine the spotlight on themselves and their character, which really engages them and pulls them more into that moment and into your world more than your narration ever could. It can also work for spellcasters and describing what their spells look like, or maybe you have like a barbarian with a favorite weapon who they can describe. You can even have your players describe NPCs. So for example, if you have to randomly generate an NPC who would be known to one of the players, maybe it's an old acquaintance, maybe it's someone for their backstory, maybe it's even an enemy, ask them about what that NPC looks like, how they're dressed, etc. It's something that players rarely get to do, so when they do, you can just tell that their eyes light up and they love it. For some more shy players, maybe it takes a little bit of time to warm up to the idea of them narrating their character's actions, but just give them time with it. If they only give like a 1-word description, that's fine. As people continue to do it at the table, they'll become more used to it, and they usually end up really enjoying it as well. One thing in particular you can do is to give your players inspiration when they narrate their scenes. That just gives them that additional positive reinforcement and encourages them to do it more. So my challenge to you, if you are a DM, is to go ahead and try this out in your next session. Pick a moment for each player during your next game, and at some point during a big success or failure, ask your player, what does that look like? And see what they say. And if it works for you, hey, feel free to let me know in the comments. So that's it for this tip. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give us a like, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. This is a brand new channel, and that really helps us level up. So I'm just going to end by saying thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.